We're recording. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Heidi, your Nerdcorner host, and this is episode 8.
Hey, when we get to episode 10, we should do something special.
We should do something special at episode 10.
We'll do a giveaway.
A giveaway? I think we should do a giveaway at 100 Facebook likes.
I'll do a giveaway.
At 100 Facebook likes.
We're actually really close to 100 Facebook likes.
I know, that's why.
But the question is, where are those Facebook fans on our YouTube channel? Because we only have like 13 subscribers right
13
now.
subscribers?
We actually got a couple new
That's
ones.
10 more than I thought we had.
And there are 4 of us in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't listen to this channel, are you kidding?
I did not expect you to be subscribed, yeah.
I thought I was.
I don't know why I expected you to not. Okay, I'm joined by our other 2 hosts.
I'm Austin Whitaker, better known as Amber Kid.
I don't know that you're better known.
Well, I actually have a presence
Yeah.
known as that. Nobody knows who I am.
I don't know, I think a lot of people know who you are.
Who knows who
I don't know that more people on the internet know you than people that actually know you from your life.
I
I
don't know
know
anybody
that
on
more
the
people
internet.
know me on the internet than in real life.
Exactly.
What?
I think more people know you as Austin.
How would they know me more as Austin?
Because they know you.
You've met more people.
They don't know me.
They would only
Don't know
know you
your
as
life.
Ember Kid from the internet. And no one knows you on the internet.
Everybody knows me on the internet as
This is Evan. Evan Cross on PlayStation.
Evan the Dick.
Friend me. Evan Sexy Dick.
Yeah. Whatever.
On Twitter. Follow me.
It's not just a dick.
I have a follower, McLovin.
Like from Superbad?
They have a Twitter account called McLovin. They have multiple hundreds of thousands of followers.
Do they also have multiple hundreds of people that they're following?
Probably not.
Possibly.
That's probably how it goes.
Exactly. But they followed me. And I'm like, what?
Just
and
take
I
it
didn't
in
follow
stride.
them because I'm like, whatever.
Just take it
If
in
they want to
stride.
follow me, then
It's okay.
that's
Some
cool.
random nerdy podcast people followed our Nerdcorner Twitter, so I followed them back.
Really?
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't know who they are. I didn't check them out. I feel bad. But I'll check them out soon.
yeah, I don't know.
They looked pretty cool.
So.
So, should we start with what we've been playing and then move on to our topics?
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Like we always
Well,
do?
Yeah, because we all miss
Not
Comic-Con.
not a lot of news has happened
Yeah.
since our last recording.
Yeah, none of us went to Comic-Con, so none of us got to experience any of that.
I feel like we should specify not San Diego Comic-Con.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's late enough
Portland.
now people would know, but
The
yeah.
local Portland Comic Con.
Rose City Comic-Con.
Of who
Wizard World Comic-Con
Sean
is coming soon.
Sean Austin was at, and I did not know that he was going to that. I might have been convinced to show up at some point if I knew that, but I didn't pay attention until all my friends started posting pictures with him, and I was like, oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, apparently it was a lot of fun this year. I saw lots of great cosplays this year. So,
Yeah.
a friend of mine, I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on our Facebook page, but they did some Avatar Last
Zuko and
Airbender.
Azula.
Yeah, Zuko
Yeah,
was
yeah,
perfect.
yeah, I saw those.
But
Yeah.
there's some really cool ones this
I
year.
realized the best photo op you could possibly have with Sean Austin is him giving you a piggyback ride.
Carry the load.
This is true.
Carry the load.
Or with a potato.
But how many? Yeah.
Like, that
I'd
would
be
never
like,
happen, but like, that'd be pretty
can
cool.
I get this picture of you with a potato, please?
Although I would also want to get like
Nasty
I'd want to get a football signed by him, but that's because I watched the movie Rudy, and I'm sure none of you have seen it.
I've heard of it, but I never
I
watched
would
it.
get...
Nerds, you're all a bunch of nerds.
What?
Don't have time for football movies.
Hey.
We live in the Northwest, and we're talking about Sean Austin. We completely avoided the whole concept of the Goonies.
Yeah.
Really, we should get Goonies things.
We should.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. People from here never talk about the Goonies.
But,
People
like,
everywhere
people-
else love the Goonies.
And they're like, oh, the Goonies was filmed there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really cross my mind a whole lot.
Like, I've been to the coast a couple times and seen the rocks and gone, oh, hey, those are the Goonies rocks.
Yeah.
I don't even think of them as the
Yeah.
Goonies rocks
I don't
because
either.
I'd been to the beach way more before I saw the
That's
Goonies.
also
Yeah.
true, because
'Cause I
I only
didn't-
moved here in 5th grade, which was after I saw the Goonies.
Yeah, because I didn't see the Goonies until I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
So I'd already formed my own impressions of the beach.
And I didn't even realize while watching the Goonies that it took place here.
That's kind of sad.
It took me later. Well, I just assumed everywhere looked like this.
I remember.
When I was little.
I remember when I first saw it.
Didn't realize the rest of the world is horrible.
I remember when I first saw it. I was like completely precursed with, oh, it was filmed here, and I was like, oh, okay. So I wasn't too surprised.
I think at some point we need to do a Nerdcorner vacation up to the forest that Endor was shot in Washington.
Yes, we do.
And we need
we could take a small trip over to where they filmed Twilight movies.
No, I was actually gonna bring that up because they filmed this one scene out of Twilight. They filmed this one scene out of Twilight at Multnomah Falls, and there's like them standing on the bridge, right? Yeah. At Multnomah Falls, and you see it, and like everybody from Oregon's like, that's definitely not Washington. Yeah. It's definitely like an hour.
If you're from Oregon or Washington, a lot of the scenes you can tell like.
Are not.
That's not that.
And that bothered me a lot, and I thought it was really dumb because they were standing on the Multnomah Falls Bridge, and I was just like, it's not right.
I think there's a few like scenes where they show Astoria too, and like.
Yeah, and it was so bad. I was really confused about what was happening on the screen there because I was like, I'm not doing that.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, Nathan's here finishing up his Pathfinder character for the game
because we're gonna start playing a Pathfinder game soon. Yeah,
you guys.
Saturday, right?
Saturday?
That's the plan.
I was not informed of this plan.
Heidi.
I see how it is.
I thought I texted you. I'm sorry.
No.
Pathfinder Saturday, Evan.
Nothing.
I get off at 4:00. Show up sometime after that.
Hot Fuzz, so good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move into, because we have no news. What have you guys been playing this week?
We have no news.
I don't.
No news.
Well, give me a sec. I feel like there was something.
I feel like there's something too. They were totally forgetting.
Yeah.
Well, I looked at pictures. They released all 8 alternate costumes of every character on the Smash Bros. Roster.
That's good.
And I looked through them. Most of them are just your typical different colors. Yeah. Link has some cool ones. He's got Oni Link and Dark Link as options. Yeah. Oni Link being Fierce Deity, Majora's Mask Link. And then, what was the other one that was pretty cool? Toon Link has a Link to the Past costume, which I was upset to find out does not have pink hair. But it does have the brown hair of his, or the darker blonde hair of his, the concept art. And he's wearing the brown clothes under the green tunic.
If you're going to do fan service, you got to do it right.
And so I thought that was pretty cool, although the pink hair would have been pretty great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rest of them were pretty much just different colors. What else? There was the villager has like every different villager from Animal Crossing. I thought that was cool.
Telling me
that is really cool.
There was one other thing where it was actually like Olimar comes with one of the other characters from Pikmin 3.
Oh, really?
Another one of his costumes.
That's cool.
And I thought that was pretty cool. And it actually, like, if you play as the other one, it considers it, like, a different character. It doesn't say, like, Olimar. It says
I don't play Pikmin. Was it Pikmin 3?
I really want to play Pikmin 3. It's on Wii U.
I've watched a lot of playthroughs of it, and it looks really fun.
That's definitely my next game on Wii U, is Pikmin 3.
I'll come over and
when I eventually
hijack that for a little bit.
Oh, did you guys hear about Emma Watson's new
she did a speech thing?
She is actually an official representative for the UN now, and she started a campaign called
an officially hot member of the UN.
No, it's called Him for Her, and it's about getting men more
to stop being douchebags.
No, it's more it's to correct feminism. It's to make men more accepting of being okay with being emotional. And
yeah, so
women
it's like
to stop being like, oh, men hating.
It's getting the pop culture view. It's helping get over the pop culture view of feminism, which is like feminazism, which is a term I don't like to use. I love it, but with so many people that like it gets the point across, but a lot of people see feminism as like feminazism, which they're not the same thing. And so it's good. I'm excited. Go Emma Watson.
Yeah, no, I thought it sounds really awesome to me. I was really happy to hear about it.
Can we talk for a moment about how cool Emma Watson is? Like,
and how beautiful
she didn't mess up, like, after being a child star, really.
No,
at
she
all.
is a perfect.
And she went to,
human
like,
being.
Brown University after Harry Potter. She was like, oh, I'm done with Harry Potter. I'm going to go to college now.
She went to Brown and she got made fun of. Like, she
I know.
got picked on at Brown University.
But she was still, like, she didn't go crazy.
No,
and now
she
she's,
didn't.
like,
Can you
UN
do
stuff.
spells for me? Emma?
And, like, people
Hey,
being like, 10
Hermione.
points for Gryffindor.
That was
Which
one
is
of her
dumb.
professors
If
that said that to her.
any-
Well, if you were a professor and Emma Watson was in your class,
I would not
and
be a dick.
she answered all the questions correctly, would you be able to resist saying 10 points for Gryffindor?
Yes,
If so,
I would.
You're a robot already.
Have you met me?
No, come on. It's
I would not
hilarious.
No.
I would have more of a problem with sexual stuff.
Austin, come on. And
So
like,
don't be
if
a
I was
professor.
if I was a professor and Emma Watson was in my class, I would either do the 10 points for Gryffindor, or I'd be like anyone but Granger. Anyone, no. Ugh.
No, it's
and
so
she would just be
old.
like, God damn it, I hate you. And I'd be like, I know you do. I know.
See,
But
I
it's
wouldn't
worth
do
it.
that because I'm not an asshole.
I don't
Sorry.
know how how you people live not being assholes.
I mean, generally I am, but in that case I'm not because
Okay.
it's
Okay.
lame. You're lame. I'm sorry.
So, I don't know if you guys heard, but the first woman who got a third breast implant happened.
Whoa,
Three boobs?
whoa.
This is not new.
Whoa.
This has been done before.
Total Recall just became real.
Yeah.
My
Although-
life is complete.
The thing is that she claims it was a move to make men repulsed by her.
Is it a center boob?
Yep.
Does it have a nipple?
I don't know.
I hope it has a nipple.
I do too.
That's a wonderful thing.
She's from Florida, of all places.
Does she
That
get
expensive.
custom bras made?
Yes.
I mean,
She gets custom 3 boob bras made for her.
Yes.
I need to go to Florida.
Evan, I sometimes
It's not
worry
like there's
about
a
you.
whole bunch of them
It's
over there.
no. It's not even a sexual thing. It's just like I need to meet this woman and look and just.
But like,
I don't know. I want to talk to her.
She could be really weird and
Oh
a
yeah,
little
she's
bit-
kind of.
Oh,
a
I'm
nut.
sure she's crazy.
She's a nutcase. Like she's really into body modification.
Wait.
Does she have the donut head modification?
No.
Okay.
Not
So
yet.
you guys seriously think that she's a crazy person that added the 3rd boob, and you don't want to go talk to her?
Yeah,
I didn't
no.
say I didn't want to talk to her. I
Did
just
you
said
not
I don't
just
want to.
see the movie we just saw, Evan?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second.
No, that
also,
makes me want to see it so bad. I want her to turn me into a walrus
With 3 boobs.
with 3 boobs, a 3-boobed
before
walrus.
we get into that,
Okay, continue.
actually, we could just get into
no.
that.
Let's get through everything.
Do we
else
want to
first.
talk about?
That's a
Has
special
anyone
treat
been
for
playing
the
new
end.
games? Because I've been playing the same games
Oh.
I've been playing.
Oh yeah.
I beat Mass Effect 3 today.
Oh yeah.
I
How?
made sure to beat
And?
it. I made sure to beat it before so that when we recorded this, I would have something to say. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I chose the ending where you take control of the Reapers and repair everything and leave for dark space because I felt like the other two, the first one where you destroy all technology,
Is dumb.
it's dumb. You're destroying all technology. Everyone's going to be left in the Stone Age on random planets and all that crap.
And
It's
you're
gonna
not
be awful.
stopping the loop because they'll just do it again anyway.
Yeah, and so in the end, I felt my biggest problem is that that's making a decision for everyone. Everyone is now in the Stone Age because I chose this. And then the other option was, what was that? It was rewriting everyone's DNA so that they are both synthetic and organic and creating everything like in this weird mesh thing. And that rewrites everyone in the universe's DNA. I'm like, I can't do that. That's, again, making a decision for everyone. So I chose the one where I leave everything exactly how it was before any of this. I'm going to repair the mass relays, repair the Citadel, and then I leave. I'm gone into the dark space.
So the next trilogy of Mass Effect is going to be after the first one,
I don't know.
but it's not about Shepard. So what I want to know is there 3 alternate beginnings,
Probably not. They're
Based
probably going
on-
to pick up canon.
which is really dumb. I hate it when they
That's
do that.
sad.
I hate it when they do it too, because my favorite thing where they did that is Infamous, and they always picked the ending that I didn't do, because people are dumb and always play through as good guys.
I don't know, I feel like they would find a middle ground at least, but I don't think they would just pick one of the endings, because they're pretty far spread out.
They are completely different though. Either technology, and there's like 60 different endings technically, depending on like who lives, who
for all
dies.
the nitty gritty stuff, yeah.
But like either everyone is trapped with no technology on a world, or everyone is synthetic, or everything's back to normal, which would be the easiest one to do. You just go, oh yeah, let's basically pretend none of that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all I wanted the people of the universe to do. I wanted them to be comfortable. I took the sacrifice.
Not to contradict 5 minutes ago, but you're like a good guy in video games.
Well, it depends. I was playing as Good Shepherd.
Yeah.
And I did I made the same choice in the end of Deus Ex Human Revolution. Spoilers.
I need to finish.
There's 3 endings, but then there's a hidden 4th ending that basically leaves it up to people to decide what happened. And I will always choose that because it's up to humanity to decide for itself, and not me.
It's a good way to go.
The other endings, I was not satisfied in that game. It's a good game though. It was like $5 on Steam the other day, and I normally post whenever it's cheap because I want more people to play it because no one actually played it.
Do you own Injustice?
No, he doesn't own Injustice unless you just bought it because it was
No.
super cheap. No.
Injustice was on sale for like $7.50 the
Yeah.
other day, and I missed it.
Yeah,
'Cause I
you should get it
forgot.
next time it's on sale.
I should.
It's a fun game.
Okay, Austin. You been playing any games?
Yeah, I've been playing the McVideo game.
The what?
I want
The
this.
McVideo
What is
game.
it?
Please explain.
You play. You basically run a large franchise of McDonald's restaurant.
I need this.
Oh yeah,
And,
and you
it
cut
was-
down rainforests. to
Yeah,
make
it was
room for your
created
cows.
as like a like statement about how McDonald's is evil, and so like you cut down the rainforest and you run one of the chain restaurants, so you hire and fire people. You also run like the executives, so you have to like corrupt politicians and like
Oh my god.
corrupt
Is
food
this-
things.
Who made this game?
I don't know. I discovered this game when I was in middle school. So it's an old game.
I feel like it was someone in France. Because the French indie games, man.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't seem very
The art
French.
style reminded me of this one, 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself from Adult Swim.
Well, that's a relatively new game, though,
What?
too.
Yeah.
This one?
5 Minutes to Kill Yourself? That's relatively
That
new.
was around when I was in 8th grade, I swear.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. You ran around and you around your office and tried to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I remember watching Danny play it when we were little.
Oh, that's right. Danny did
Yeah,
this.
yeah. No, let's not play it right now.
If anything, you should play the McVideo game because it's
No.
really difficult.
Wait
It's really
until
hard.
We're not talking.
But, yeah,
okay.
I've actually gotten
That's what
really
you've been
good at
playing?
it. And
I feel like it's a tycoon game, except for you actually have to be evil.
it's not really a tycoon game, though. It doesn't feel like a tycoon game.
Really? That
No.
makes me sad, because
Like, you
do I
don't...
need...
Gauntlet.
Like, it has some elements that are kind of tycoon-ish, but it doesn't feel like a tycoon game.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, it's fun, and it always makes me want McDonald's when I'm done playing.
God.
Ew.
That's
You're like, I'm playing as an evil corporation that destroys the world. I really want to support them.
Yeah.
This looks
Whereas you see, I don't
interesting.
need to be reminded by indie games how evil McDonald's is to choose to not eat them.
Yeah, I just have fun with it. I don't know.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But, yeah, and then other than that, of course, I've been playing more Destiny.
Austin,
Or Destiny.
Austin, please write a letter to the makers of that game that they make you always want to eat McDonald's,
They'll be so happy.
and post the letter, and if they respond, their response on the page.
Yes.
They
Do
might
it.
give
Do
you free
it.
McDonald's.
That would be hilarious. I need to see
That'd be
that.
so great. I'm pretty sure the guys next door have... I don't know what they have, but I'm hoping that they just bought Destiny, because you can hear them, like,
Just
shooting
all day.
all day from next door, and it's really funny. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I really hope they're playing Destiny.
They're not. They're playing like.
If they are, you should invite them over.
Did you guys
for a
ever play
podcast.
Fat Princess?
They offered us.
Oh my god,
what?
Fat Princess is so much fun. If you ever get the
The
chance.
PlayStation
to play it.
game that no one played.
It was
quite
so
good.
fun. It was so fun. You basically play as a series of different. It's very Team Fortressy, except cutesy, and kind of small looking.
And Team Fortress isn't cutesy.
It's more cutesy than Team Fortress by a long shot, but
Games I haven't played but should.
like you play as either like an engineer, a ranger, or like a soldier.
It's only $6.
Each one has like a few things that they can do, and then like you go around and you invade your neighbor's castle and you steal their princess, and you have to feed them cakes to make them fat so that they can't be taken back. It's kind of like a weird capture the flag.
Oh, I own
So that's
Spelunky.
fun.
So you're saying it's capture the flag, but with a woman as the flag.
She's a princess.
She's
and
an object that
and
you're
you
just
make her
using.
fat. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Cause
I don't know how I feel about
it.
either, but it sounds really funny.
It's like,
It's a great game.
yeah. No, it sounds good.
It's a great game. But
I remember watching your dad play it for a while when I was like standing at your house.
Oh, was my dad playing?
Yeah.
I played it. I liked it.
I haven't been playing anything new. I started a new game of Fez because I missed so much the first time and I got stuck and it was just too confusing to not start over because I would have to be retracking my steps way too many times. Such a cool game, and like I found secret things because I cheated and looked up online, and it's really cool. And I've still been playing Duet and Hex Defense on the phone, which I still recommend all of those games. And I've been building Pathfinder, my very first Pathfinder character.
I have a hella big Steam library, and now that I've beaten Mass Effect, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Odds are I'm going to be a loser and play through Mass Effect 2 again as a bad guy, and then play through Mass Effect 3 again. Because I love Mass Effect so much.
That sounds like a decent plan.
But I feel like I should play something I've never played. I should also beat the final boss in Dragon Age since I'm sitting in front of the final boss.
I am planning on playing Bastion, how do you say it? Is it Bastion? And Transistor soon.
Oh, I should get Transistor.
Yes, you should.
I should get Transistor, and after Transistor, I'm thinking Child of Light and Shovel Knight are the next games that I kind of want to get.
Child of Light looks like one of those pretty games to play, but it looks like it's trying too hard to be a good game at the same time.
I've heard that it's pretty darn good, so I don't know.
It's
I might get it on my 3DS, so that I can just play it on the go. Same with Shovel Knight. I'm gonna get on the 3DS. Maybe I should finish the original Legends of Zelda.
Nathan, have you been playing anything today?
I have been playing Galactic Civilizations 3.
Oh, did you actually start playing it?
The third one. I can't get the second one to work for some reason.
Good.
Is it fun? What is it?
It's very similar to the Sid Meier's Civilization games, but it's not made by them. And it's just the Galactic stage.
Is it made by somebody they fired? Because that's always fun.
I don't know. It's been around for a
Those
while.
tend to be really good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know they've both been around for a long time. But it's by Stardock, and they have a sale every now and then on Steam for all of their games. But I have them on disc because I started playing them years ago.
Speaking of Civilization games, Sid Meier's Beyond Earth is now pre-orderable. Stop making those faces, Evan. Okay, I was thinking about this earlier, and you know how Nintendo has you buy the balls? Sid Meier's entire Civilization games has me by the balls because the second they come out, I get really excited, and then I have to buy the physical copy, so I don't pre-order it on Steam, so I can go to the store and buy the physical copy.
Whoa, wait, what?
Physical copies of games.
Why?
Because I don't know, it's like owning...
Why?
Evan,
in the world,
you of all
you
people
buy a
should
physical
understand
copy of
why
a game.
You buy physical things all the time.
So I can
No,
pet it
no.
and cuddle with it.
I love physical things that are in the game because then I feel like I'm part of the experience. Like when I'm playing Infamous and I wear the Infamous backpack while playing. It makes me feel like I'm part of the game. Or I have a piece of black marble that's an orb, and when I watch Lord of the Rings, I like to hold it because it looks like the Seeing Eye Stone thing. I like being part of the experience. Or at the Destiny thing where it came with the ghost. That's so cool.
Yeah,
but why would you want to own a disc that you have to go put in the thing?
I mean, like, I register on Steam after. I just, like, once it's on Steam, you don't have to, but I just really like having the physical copy of it. I don't know. But I'm really freaking excited for Beyond Earth.
I don't like untangible things.
I am going to throw my money at that like no other.
Like
and then a DLC is going to come out, and I'm going to throw my money at that even harder. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Evan, how was Gotham? Gotham?
Oh, I watched the Gotham pilot.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was really good. At first I was telling everyone it's going to be a great cop drama that happens to be in Gotham, which I think it is, but I don't know how good it's going to be if you are completely oblivious to Batman. But like, they did so much fan service in the first episode by introducing tons of characters that are going to come up later as there is a forensic scientist in the police lab that they go to identify a bullet. And he's like, oh, it's this kind of bullet, not like this. From what kind, and someone like finishes his sentence in identifying the bullet. He goes, oh yes, very good, but what from what kind of from what kind of gun?
Don't tell me it's the Riddler.
And he's like, we don't want any riddles, Enigma.
God damn it.
And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Later on, he might get pissed off and become the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then Penguin is like an underling who's just starting out, and he's clearly got a taste for violence. And like, he looks like a young Penguin. He's skinny, but he's got kind of the big nose, and he's kind of gross and like greasy. And I think it's gonna turn out well. Also, they have apparently they're gonna do references to the Joker like throughout the first season.
Oh,
like in almost every episode, there will be a person that you think, oh, that's gonna be the Joker. And then in the next episode, it's someone completely different, and you're like, oh, that one's gonna be the Joker. Because if you know the Joker's origin story, they're gonna touch on that. Like in the first one, they have a stand-up comedian telling these jokes. And you're like, oh, he's a failed stand-up comedian who gets thrown into a vat of acid after becoming the Red Hood. So apparently they're going to have like the Red Hood gang at one point or something, and then
That'd be cool.
Show someone get thrown in a vat of acid at some point, but they'll all be different, and you don't know which one is going to be what. Because the Joker's origin should always be somewhat mysterious.
That's cool.
I thought that was a cool idea. Also, this Gordon, although nothing will ever touch Year One Gordon.
Yeah,
the ultimate origin story, perfect. I love that book, Year One, Batman. So good. It should be called Gordon Year One, because he's the real badass of the story. And like, he's already an old man, and he's like just moving there for his first year, because...
Yeah, like, I don't read Year One for Batman, I read it for
Gordon. And he's super awesome. And in this one, he's young, he's lived in Gotham for a while now, or something like that, and...
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And so, I don't know.
And he's played by some pretty boy.
They also introduced Montoya in the first episode as someone in a special... It was like police special forces or something. And so she was kind of against Gordon at first. Because they were both fighting over the same case, and they were claiming that Gordon was a crooked cop. And he's like, I'm not. And Montoya later becomes an underling to him, as does his partner right now, who is Harvey... Not Dent.
Bullock.
Harvey Bullock. But Montoya is like one of my favorite Batman characters that doesn't get enough credit. And she later becomes the Question, which would be super cool.
Yeah.
If that happens.
That
I don't
would
think
be
it will.
cool.
Because I think this is set way more in reality than like Arrow or Flash, where it definitely would happen. But yeah, she's really cool. She's a great detective, and they introduced her, and that just made me happy. And so every once in a while, you'll just see these characters that, if you're a big fan of Batman, you'll recognize their name and just go, oh, that's cool. My main problem is something really dumb, which, now that I think about it, like, I don't really care, but you meet a little girl with red hair, and they're like, oh, what's your name? And she's like, Ivy. And I'm like, Ivy, and her name is like Ivy something.
Uh-huh.
And Poison Ivy's name is Pamela Isley, not Ivy something.
Oh.
And but then I realized later in life, she's from a horrible family and all that. She could be trying to escape that. She might change her last name
or something.
She might change her name. Yeah. That would make sense. And so I'm like, okay, whatever.
So but
there's a lot of fan service.
I was just looking up to see what Benjamin McKenzie, who's the guy who plays Gordon, what else he had done. I mean, of course, every time I see him, I just see the dude from the OC. Like,
yeah,
that's
never seen it.
Everybody's better than the OC though.
Yeah. But like, I just like every time I see him. But interesting little fact: in Batman Year One, the animated movie, he plays Batman.
What?
Really?
Yeah, he's the guy who played Batman.
Batman in Year One. Now he's Gordon.
And Bryan Cranston, of all people, is who plays Gordon in the movies.
Bryan Cranston. Who's Bryan Cranston?
Godzilla.
Yes,
Malcolm in the Middle.
That's right. And he's a perfect animated Gordon.
That other new movie that's coming out?
That's a great voice for Gordon.
Yeah.
We saw a trailer for something with Bryan Cranston in it, and I don't know what it was.
Gordon's awesome. Also, they're starting him off with the military look because he's freshly out of the military basically in this. And so he's got the shaved head and the clean face. And I'm hoping as the show goes on,
he's gonna get more
they
gritty.
At least give him a mustache.
Or like
maybe the beginning of a new season, he'll have a mustache and his friends will make fun of him and he'll shave it off. At very least, I want that. Or he'll grow a mustache as the show goes on.
Yeah.
And like people make fun of him and he'll be like, "No, I like it."
We were talking about that like way before the show came out.
Arrow. Oliver's starting to grow a bit of a goatee, and that makes me so happy. Like I shouldn't be that happy, but I am because I think that they may go for goatee on him, and that would be a good thing.
That's exciting.
Also, I've seen the Flash pilot, which looked really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I need to watch
Heidi,
them. Yes.
Did you watch the Maze Runner movie yet?
I have not gone to see the Maze Runner yet because we only watched one movie today. Okay. I vaguely considered a double feature, but
I don't know. Every review I've watched for the Maze Runner film has said it's
It's eh.
It's not very good, but it's not that bad.
I'll probably see it.
The acting overall is okay.
Yeah.
It's a little different from the books.
I'll probably see it next Tuesday. So episode 10, I guess. Maybe. Depending on when we record. I'll have seen it by then. And I can tell you what it was about. But speaking of movies.
Segue.
I'm on a segue.
What did we all see today, guys?
I didn't see anything.
I convinced Austin to come see Tusk. And we were excited about it.
Yeah, and me and Nathan and Evan were all pretty excited to go see Tusk. And I guess we had to Evan had to convince Austin to come along. But, yeah, Tusk was an interesting movie.
Okay. I think we should go around giving it a score out of 10.
And your initial reaction?
And an initial reaction short kind of thing.
Okay.
So.
Do you want me to start?
You want to start?
Out of 10, I'd have to give it a 6.4. And my initial reaction was kind of just a long groaning noise. Like the entire ride home, I was just like, Yeah, that's pretty much my entire reaction to that movie, with a tad bit of nausea and a lot of laughter, but that laughter was like crying laughter. I wasn't sure if I needed to cry or laugh. It was one of the two. But I don't want to say it was bad. Like, it was just really weird. That's my initial reaction to that movie. Still processing.
My quickie review is, I give it a 4.
Really?
Out of 10.
I'm not surprised Austin gave it a lower score.
Yeah.
It's a hard F.
Yeah.
As a film, I didn't enjoy it at all. I thought the scenes were really long and drawn out.
Well, that's Kevin Smith for you.
Yeah.
He writes dialogue.
I thought sitting
camera.
Yeah. It was just sitting camera, and it was just too much in some of the scenes, like with Johnny Depp and them just sitting in the cafe just babbling.
I thought that was hilarious.
And then the way they did the scene jumps kind of bugged me, and I felt it was very predictable for the most part. I knew it was gonna happen every time, like they were trying to allude to something where they like have the girlfriend being all emotional and they had like the dramatic music playing, and they're like, "Ooh, who's she talking to?" It's obviously his best friend.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but did they actually want you to be like confused about it?
I think they did. I don't know.
Because I think everybody knew, and like we were joking that it was.
No, I know you guys were joking that
guy.
it was the walrus.
The walrus guy.
But
should we put like a vague spoilers warning in here before we keep talking?
Oops. Yeah, this is a review of the movie that we just saw, and we're gonna talk about it. Let's.
But
really,
I don't even know.
Good points.
I think it's predictable enough that spoilers aren't really going to be a huge issue.
I agree. I don't think spoilers are really a thing in this movie.
Like, because you know.
It's like, okay, big spoiler. He turns him into a walrus.
But
the very ending is the only thing that you can't spoil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the good points of it, like as a metaphor for Kevin Smith's career, I would give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It was weird how much of him he put into this movie. It was really about him and being a podcaster and stuff. But like,
it's really funny.
Like, as a movie, like if I was watching it in a film, like in a film class and we were examining this film in a literary sense, I would give it a very high score.
That's the thing, and I think that's what it is. It's a piece of art that not everyone will like.
Yeah,
and the goal of that art is to disturb you, and that's what's going to give it bad ratings.
It's going to disturb you, and it's going to give you clashing emotions on purpose.
And I think that's why I gave it a higher rating too, because like as a literature major, I can't just look at something as like such a face value kind of thing.
Look into it and see what he was doing with it. Yeah. It's really much deeper than it seems.
Yeah, as a piece of art, and as an artist, I can appreciate art. But as a piece of art, I give it a 10 out of 10. As a film, I give it a 4.
I could go with that. I feel like I just kind of averaged those out.
I never want to watch it again. It's not a film that I enjoyed watching.
Okay.
It had its funny moments.
I really want to show Tusk to our roommate Jonathan because he would absolutely love it. Except for I don't know if I could actually sit through it again. Yeah.
But what's your
Nathan?
Definitely not lower than an 8. It was disturbing, but it was all that I was wanting it to be.
Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
I read the description and thought, this movie sounds so dumb, I have to watch it. And to a degree, it was really dumb, because it was exactly what you read on the box. This guy turns him into a walrus, and you see everything coming, and it's hysterical. But at the same time, I haven't been that disturbed in a long time. And that's
Which
part
says
of,
something.
That's part of why I liked it.
Especially says something about you. Or
about
the movie, one of the two.
Mine, I was going to say that, like, just... So, as the random person on the street, I'd give it an Austin score of, like, 4 or something?
4.
Me, I'd give it a 7.5 or so. I liked it. As for, I certainly enjoyed it quite a bit, actually, but, like, I don't know. But my favorite things about it is that, like, the whole movie came out of one throwaway line in a podcast.
Yeah.
Where they mentioned that one time they saw an advertisement in Canada for a guy saying, you can stay at my house for free as long as you wear a walrus costume the entire time. And they saw this ad and they were like, what is with this guy? This will end up with this person being sewn into a walrus suit. Yeah. And then Kevin Smith was like, that'd be a good horror movie. And then he's like, should I make it? And went on Twitter and said, #walrus yes if I should make this movie. And everyone was like, yes, make this movie. And so he did it. And
I really like that they had the credit for that one episode at the very end.
Yeah.
54 or whatever it was.
And I like that it said based on true events because it is very, very loosely based on true events.
It's based on true events as much as any other horror movie based on true events is based on.
Yeah, more so, I'd say.
Probably.
Because there was a guy who wanted someone in a walrus suit. And Kevin Smith also does
I think this brings up the question, If a guy offered you to live at his house for free.
No.
In a walrus costume?
But you had to wear a walrus costume.
Before the movie, maybe. After the movie, no.
Before the movie? No. Now? Maybe.
But maybe it's like a walrus onesie.
That's
You know?
what I
Yeah, it could be
assume
like
is.
Like if it's a
walrus
walrus onesie
kigurumi.
and it's not like
That's what I assume it is, and the person was just like.
and the person doesn't want to kill me. They just want to do this.
I
'cause they
assume
think
that's
it's
what it
hilarious.
really was,
If
but
I'm
like
by
that ad
myself,
sounds so
probably
scary.
not.
Yeah.
If I was really rich, like I want to do something like that now, and like give them a walrus onesie and be like, here you go.
You have to
It's a
wear
pajama party.
this. You must wear this the entire time while you are in my house. If you take it off, I will kick you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was great. There were so many references to like Kevin Smith's life throughout it, and Austin and I were talking about when the girl refers to old you versus new you.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, old you used to get baked and laugh at Winnie the Pooh,
Cry at Winnie
cry
the
at
Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh," and
It's
Kevin
just-
Smith like
It was
Bas-
just
has done that, basically?
It was Kevin Smith.
and all that new
whole
you versus
talk.
old you was Kevin Smith fighting with himself.
Yeah.
Over what he's become, and like he used to, and I loved the throwaway line of when he's going into Canada and he's like, "Oh, I used to live in New Jersey, now it's L.A." That's also Kevin Smith. That's,
Yeah.
all these things are all about him, and I thought that was really interesting. They threw all
The
those in there.
freaking.
My favorite reference to the podcast and to him and everything in the whole movie, though, was above his girlfriend's bed was a giant picture of their dog, or of Kevin Smith's dog, Shecky. The
I
wiener
didn't
dog.
see that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
missed
big,
that too.
giant wiener dog picture above her bed.
Oh, that's what I did see that.
Yeah, and that's Shecky, his dog.
That's
And
really
I thought
funny.
That was hilarious.
I, as much less of a Kevin Smith connoisseur, really enjoyed like the random things like Harley from Epic Meal Time
Oh yeah.
as the airport
I had to
dude.
do a double take at first.
airport
I was
customs
like,
dude.
Wow.
I did too, and I was like, well, I saw him from the side and I saw that beard, and I was like, I know that beard.
Oh, I knew it instantly.
And then I was like, but no,
I
he
just
can't
like-
be. And then he showed it was so funny, and he's Canadian in real life too, which is really funny. And it basically they just put Harley in an airport. I feel like it was just like okay.
Yeah, Johnny
Have a
Depp was
conversation.
hilarious.
Johnny Depp
His-
was so good.
His daughter being the store clerk at, what was it? A to
A to Z.
A to Z.
Oh, all of the
Which was
Canadian
hilarious.
jokes were so bad.
And with the in the airport where he's like, there are some kind of do's and kind of don'ts, and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing.
I know. And yeah, Johnny Depp was really good though. I didn't know Johnny Depp was going to be in this movie, and so when
I
he
didn't
was
either,
on
actually.
screen, I saw him and I was like, wait.
He's put on some
Is that
weight
Johnny
and
Depp?
he's wearing like a beard, and I was like, what?
Well, and he was doing that cross-eyed thing that he does. It was really good though. I really enjoyed it, and yeah.
Yeah, but I think one of the other main things to take away from this is the crazy guy was an amazing actor.
Yeah.
He was so good.
His name is Michael Parks.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Has he been in
was
anything
wow.
else?
Yeah, he was
amazing.
like in
Oh,
Django Unchained, and he was.
he's been in a lot of things actually.
That's where I recognized him from Django Unchained.
But yeah,
That
he-
was another good movie.
Yeah,
Just
he
wanna
was-
throw that out
he
there.
Was really, he was really good in this film. He made this film.
I'm just left with this like.
IMDb gave this film a 6.8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes that makes
And
sense.
Austin also brought up another point while we were driving over here of all of his stories and stuff and how he was acting and all those things. Like when they're interviewing him, he's like a mildly retarded person.
Yeah.
It's like he was acting that way for the guy, never breaking character that whole time.
Mhm.
And also like he uses the same name for the doctor and for him at that time.
Yeah, to some degree, I feel like in character that wasn't an act. Because he talks about his past when he's in the boys' home and stuff like that, and there's a lot of crazy, which is why he's
Yeah,
insane.
but like he was clearly already making walruses at that point, as they say, and like as they say,
As they
making
say.
walruses. I'm gonna just turn that into a phrase.
Oh.
But like all of his stories and stuff, like you don't know what actually happened. He's a crazy
Yeah.
person.
He could be completely lying about the
He
orphanage.
could be lying about almost everything. I think the orphanage, if anything, is the most likely thing to have actually
I think
happened.
that's the only true thing that
That's the
happened
one.
because
But he
played
crazy so
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah.
he went from being I got a spare in my bathroom. Like he went
In my
from that
poop hole or
to
something
being
like that.
like citing like famous authors and like
Being
Yeah.
cultured. Also, he lived in a
extremely
small cabin,
cultured.
and then later he has a giant house full of things from his life. I don't think those things were from his life.
Yeah,
I
that's
think he killed a guy, moved in there, and
Yeah,
then,
like, one of
took
the-
over his persona.
that's what the
Yeah.
walrus in the pool was, the dead one.
You
There
think
were
so?
multiple dead
He's
ones.
made
Maybe.
a lot of.
He's
walruses.
killed lots of
They
people.
said
But there was
20-something
one dead
people.
one in the
And
pool.
you have to also notice like the walrus suit is made of skin. It like there's noses and ears in it. Like it's not from the person who's in it. It's from other people too.
Yeah, well,
like,
if you looked at what's his face?
He also got a lot of it
main
from their
actor
legs and
Justin
stuff.
Long.
yeah, but there's like noses. and
Justin
ears,
Long's like walrus suit was like there was like different colored skin patches on there also, which took me a long time
Part
to
of it
figure
could
out.
be states of decay.
All right, we
of
should
skin.
probably mark this episode heavy spoilers, actually, because we were just getting into this.
But
I don't know.
I mean, the movie is like literally a guy gets captured. Like that's the summary of the movie. A guy
there-
gets
there's
captured.
None of these things are twists.
Yeah, there's no real
It's
plot
all-
twist in the movie.
It's all straightforward.
Yeah, you're
You
just,
ju-
you're just
I
waiting
think-
for
You're
it.
along
I
for the
think
ride.
the shock. It's more like a shock factor movie where you're like, oh, this guy gets captured and gets turned into a walrus, and you go see it and like you don't know how far they're gonna take it.
Oh, the thing that really surprised me is he got turned into a full walrus a lot earlier in the film than I thought he would.
Yeah.
But
Yet at
then
the
now I
same
remember.
time-
Now I remember in a thing with Kevin Smith, an interview, he was like, "Yeah, he gets turned into a walrus at the beginning, and I should have expected that, but for some reason I felt like it was gonna take a time."
I thought it was gonna be like at the very end he
You know
became
what
a
I
walrus.
just
Like I
realized?
really didn't think they were gonna
Yeah,
actually have
you know
a
what I just realized?
person walrus the screen the whole
He gets
time.
turned into a walrus physically at the beginning, but turns into a walrus mentally throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never go full
Never
walrus.
go full walrus.
Also, his name was like, what was his name? Wallace?
Wallace.
Wallace.
Like,
Wallace the
You were
walrus.
asking to turn into a walrus.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, Wallace was turned
And
into a
that
walrus.
mustache that he had for the movie, I was like, I was really.
Well, those were all clearly thought out.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
The
they were
mustache
trying to make him look like a walrus.
The
They made him, like-
mustache killed me the entire
They
time.
made him look like a walrus. They
And like,
named him
oh.
Wallace.
I was really hoping that was going to be part of the walrus.
I was-
He was going to have his mustache.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna like keep the mustache,
Yeah, no.
but he didn't.
And what was the thing with the leg bone in the guy's mouth? They never
So
really.
that's
So
what-
that's
exactly
what he
what
makes the
tusks
tusks out of.
Okay,
Is their leg bones.
that would make sense because he cuts their leg off.
Yeah.
See,
and then you
he's
saw
like-
him. You saw him sharpening a tusk.
Yeah.
It's not a tusk. It's
Okay.
a bone.
Yeah.
See, he's like he must have learned from the Eskimos. You don't waste anything.
But God, that was really great. The best scenes though, like, were clearly just
Oh, when he was
the
just,
guy talking.
just talking and rambling his
The
stories
first
and-
Howard
scene,
Powell.
the first scene after Wallace wakes up and he's in the wheelchair was so good too.
Yeah, the whole thing. It actually. What's weird? It actually reminded me of the Hannibal movies. Because
Yeah.
the best scenes in those movies are just when Hannibal is sitting there talking, because you're like, I don't know what this guy is capable of with his immense insanity, but he clearly like knows what he's doing, and it's terrifying. And when this guy was talking, you were just scared.
The part where he first stands up out of the wheelchair was
Spoilers.
really weird for me. Okay, again, if you can't figure that out.
Yeah, well,
Like,
you should
I
have
was
seen that coming.
thinking at the very start when we first see him in the wheelchair, I was like, he's not actually
Yeah,
like
how
confined
could
to a
he be?
wheelchair, and I really honestly like didn't think so. And then he was like played it off so well
Yeah.
as being in a wheelchair that I completely forgot that I had
Acting.
like already decided that he shouldn't, like he could totally walk and he was just faking it. And I totally just forgot about that. And then he stood up and it took me like a solid 2 seconds. Like he had gotten up and then almost sat back down again before I realized that he had just stood up. And it was really weird. So good though. but so I don't want to watch it again.
I don't know. I love that.
Interesting.
I just loved all the scenes where it was just the two of them in their wheelchairs. Just like awkwardly in these large spaces in their wheelchairs. And like one of them would roll to the other one and just be like.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know why that image is so funny.
It was really well done for what it was.
I kind of wanted to see Justin Long like in the walrus costume, but in the wheelchair.
I wish like at the end, I'm sure it had only been a short amount of time. The ending scene or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I shouldn't talk about it. Never mind.
It said 1 year later.
Yeah. It said 1 year later?
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't know.
I did, however, leave the movie with like an overwhelming disturbed feeling. Like, legitimately couldn't eat anything after.
Is what art does.
Oh, hey, we have somebody to join our podcast we're recording. So say hi.
Hi.
That's Jonathan.
That's Jonathan. Jonathan needs to go see Tusk.
He really does.
See it today?
Yeah, we all went and saw it. We're talking about it.
Oh, God.
That's
We're wrapping up talking about it.
Well, you know what? If I didn't work like a bitch.
He works like a bitch.
I do work like a bitch.
But you know what's nice about him? His mouth is nice and womanly.
The fuck you say to me, bro?
I said your mouth is womanly, as in
he can be the vulgar friend on the show.
I've never received a blowjob from him. I'm just kidding.
That can change.
It could change.
Like right now.
I'd prefer
for them
it
to
didn't,
hear.
Actually.
Come closer, Evan.
And nom nom. Is that okay?
Okay. You're welcome, everyone.
Danny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go, Danny. So we got time for like one more topic, maybe if we have another topic we want to talk about after talking about Tusk. Unless you have any other final thoughts.
I have one other thing to say. I don't know why this is, but like the main three kids of the movie, Tusk, really made me think of the cast of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't know why. Like I felt like this was just like a bizarre sequel to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Where Ferris Bueller gets like.
I just want to make sure everyone did realize that his best friend was the kid from Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Just making sure.
And Second-Man Lions. And
He's so adorably tubby.
Yeah, he got fat.
He was
He's
really
actually
adorable.
put on significantly more weight for another role.
Is that what it is?
Where he's playing a greasy Nazi. Like, he's tubby, but like
Nazi.
for this next role, yeah, he's actually playing a Nazi.
Which is hilarious because
their podcast is the NOTSEE podcast.
Yeah,
the Nazi
podcast.
Oh, it was so good, but so disturbing.
But yeah, that was
Tusk.
I feel like it was worth a watch.
It was definitely worth the watch.
Let's give it the rating of like, I don't know, never mind. I was gonna do like a watch, buy kind of thing, or skip.
Go see in the theater on the cheap days, on $5 Tuesdays.
So it's worth $5 to you?
It's worth a $5 Tuesday, or $6 now, I guess.
I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it too. Well, if you buy it, I'm not gonna buy it, but it is going to be owned. Also.
I don't know, like if I want to buy it, but I'm certainly like if they sell merch from it, I'll probably buy that.
I would be more
buy
like
a walrus suit.
No, I would buy
a walrus
Nazi party shirt.
Yeah, I would buy a Nazi.
We're gonna see any walruses this Halloween.
No, we're not.
I don't.
Children saw this.
Yeah, and like.
I wonder if they're gonna plan on dressing as walruses first.
Like at MC Chris's
maybe
concert.
we should dress as walruses for the concert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it so that when I have friends that I really want to disturb,
you come out of the closet.
Don't tell them what it's about.
Hey everyone, watch this.
I'm gonna be like,
that is a good way to watch this movie. Is get a bunch of people together and go, hey guys, watch this movie.
Yeah, it's like what we did with T.
It's called Tusk. It's a cute movie about this walrus and how.
I've actually avoided most of the movies that James made you guys watch or whatever.
James didn't make me watch that.
Except for I saw Naked Lunch, which God, that's weird. And what was the other one that James made us watch? No, I avoided Holy Mountain. I actually own that now, but I still haven't watched it. Because Andrew gave it to me. But yeah. Oh, Videodrome. I watched that with James as well. Another weird one. Yep.
Well, wait, has Jonathan made you watch Filth yet? Were you here the first time I watched it?
Filth yet.
It's
I will
not.
soon.
Okay.
You're gonna start making everybody watch Tusk instead.
That's only if I like it. I haven't seen it yet. I have the right to reserve all opinions.
Yeah, you do.
Until
Good.
But we're fairly certain you will enjoy Tusk, at least to the same degree.
Like, I won't push it on you,
probably.
but
I will probably actually love it.
yeah, okay. We'll find out.
Because if
we
we ever
next-
go to a movie
we
and come out
definitely-
saying that was fucked up, I'll probably love it.
We definitely need to post this podcast on Twitter with #Walrus Yes.
Yes, we will.
And possibly tag Kevin Smith in it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Be like,
We did a
hey,
whole podcast about how much we liked the movie, but kind of we're disturbed by it. But yeah.
Wait, that was Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
yeah,
He
that's
decided to
where it
start
came from.
making indie horror movies,
It's fucking awesome.
all set in Canada.
Yeah, they all have to be.
Can we have a cameo from Silent Bob?
Jay does not show up in this one. I think he shows up in the next one.
I hope he's a
I
story.
didn't ask about Jay, I asked about Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. He isn't in the movie.
No, it's
Weird.
not.
Because,
So
he's usually
disappointed.
Silent Bob.
Kevin
in
Smith,
his
if you
movies,
actually
but-
listen to this whole fucking podcast,
Which he
you
won't,
need
but
to be
he's
the
really busy.
No, you know what? You know what?
He can listen
Tusk
to it
2,
on the drive.
Be the walrus.
Be the walrus.
Silent walrus.
I want it to be I am. Oh, why didn't they
I am
end?
I am
walrus.
walrus.
Why didn't the credit? Why weren't the credits?
I am the walrus?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
I was wondering if they were gonna stick that in there, but honestly, they probably couldn't get the
They probably
rights
couldn't,
for
but
it.
that would have been.
It's okay,
hilarious.
because
You
they
could do some
answered-
indie cover.
Wait, what is that from?
Shoot.
I am the walrus.
It's the Beatles.
The
song.
Beatles?
Beatles song?
Duh.
Come on, bro.
Dude, I don't fucking listen to the Beatles.
Neither do I.
But
They're a
I
staple
know-
of our culture. I don't enjoy
They are
them,
British.
but they are huge.
They
they're
are a
important
staple of
part
British
our
culture.
No,
They're a
not.
staple of world culture.
I don't
No,
listen to music
it's
at
an
all,
American
and I
thing.
know that one.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know who you're judging now.
Not listening to
Nathan, because he
music.
doesn't listen to music, obviously.
He listens to
Okay.
music that I don't like, but he listens to music, thus making him a
I
human.
like music. I don't.
Like,
Why is
actively
this
listen
what
to
we're
it.
discussing on the podcast?
He doesn't
just said something that
masturbate to
upset
music
me.
the way that I do.
I don't masturbate to music.
Why not?
I've actually never
See,
banged
try
to
it.
music.
Really?
Tried to have music set the mood or anything. I've never.
Okay.
done
I've
that.
never-
You really need to
done
try it,
that.
especially when it's death metal, because you're just like,
I could not. Oh, masturbate to death metal. I could see that. I could see that.
I can see it way too
Oh.
vividly.
Can we should we introduce Jonathan if he's gonna be here the rest of the time? Can we-
What?
No,
should we have him
Jonathan's just the
introduce
guy that
himself?
just came
No,
in.
you know what? The 3 people that listen to this that are all friends with you, I don't fucking like them anyways.
Excuse you, there's 13.
Oh my god, there's 13? 13 is my lucky number, hey!
And there
I
they
want
go.
to punch you in the dick.
Do it.
Please do. Can you reach from over there?
I can.
You can?
That's
With
how
your
long my
dick?
arms are.
Will
yeah.
you punch
I'll
my dick
slap
with
your
your
dick
dick?
with my dick.
Yes!
Don't
This
get jealous,
is a
Danny.
dream come true.
It's getting weird
Wait,
really
does
fast.
Danny actually listen to all these?
Yeah.
Hi, Danny.
You don't know Danny, but
I know,
think
that's
Danny,
why
yeah,
I'm greeting
But
does
we all
actually
know-
listen to this.
That's how we all know who he is though.
Danny, I feel like Danny should actually never be on the podcast. Just be
No.
our mascot
He can't
that we
be
refer
No.
to.
because we always talk about him.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
no.
built him up too much at this point.
We
The
should
fans
have
will
him
be
be on at
disappointed
like
when they hear
episode
about him.
50 or something. Be like,
He's gonna
finally.
be so mad when he hears this. He's gonna be like, "Guys, what the hell?"
I don't know you, Danny.
He's getting mad at the
But-
last episode.
I hope so. I said "fuck you, Danny" a lot in that episode, and then I posted it on his wall to make sure he listens to it. He goes, "I'll listen to that right when I get to work,"
Oh.
which is like right now because
Yeah.
he works
Oh.
awful times.
Okay, do we have anything else? We have a final topic? We have time for one more.
Run moi,
One more.
run moi,
Rum Wars.
run moi.
What?
We could have Rum Wars.
We could not.
How would Rum Wars go?
Oh.
Actually, Rum Wars
hey.
sounds like the Caribbean.
We
You
found.
drink rum until you die.
Okay, so I've been watching New Girl.
Oh my
Um,
god!
I have watched the first 2 seasons in like
It's
2
okay, I
days.
just finished watching New Girl too.
I'm
pretty good.
into the 3rd season.
Am I
but-
the only person that's never watched New Girl?
We haven't either.
don't
Important
count.
thing.
Why
Online,
don't we count?
I found working rules for playing True American.
Oh really?
Yes. And I saved them
What is True American?
Oh, it's the
you
best
can't
game
explain
ever.
it, but it's a drinking game that's
It's
ridiculous.
the best drinking game ever.
We're gonna play it.
But it's incredibly difficult to perform.
Doesn't matter.
So, yeah, I found working rules for True American, and I'm going to send it to you guys.
Speaking of...
Better to have like equal genders and everybody should be single.
No, it doesn't. Well, no, that actually doesn't work.
Game?
That really doesn't work into the working rules because that
It
was
doesn't.
so weird.
But like it makes.
Alright, well then
You end
Austin,
up on
Evan, and I
chairs.
need to find
That's
a woman
all.
to bring to this.
Challenge accepted.
Speaking of drinking games,
Post your
Nathan
favorite
and I
drinking game.
found... Post your favorite drinking game.
We still need to
Nathan
play
and I
King's
found
Cup.
vague potential rules for, like, a Pathfinder drinking game.
Is it called pub?
Or just, like, no.
Every character
was
you
just-
kill, take a drink.
So we were looking on a random generator site for, like, names and stuff for the game.
Every time I get
And
mad
they
at
have
you,
one.
like, take a drink.
They have one for, like, fun random generators, and one of them's random rule generators for drinking games while you're playing, like, a game. And it was pretty funny, and I almost want to incorporate it, except for many of us get drunk too fast.
Yeah.
Two of us get
Some
drunk
of
too
us.
fast.
Why are you guys looking at me?
Hey, I said I get drunk too fast, too.
A Pathfinder drinking game would be like you with your Oregon Blossom, Nathan with, I don't know, Oregon Blossom.
Oh, Jonathan.
Mike's, and then Evan and I just like pounding straight liquor.
I would just be drinking
Pretty
rum,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a Long Island.
No,
I'll get
whiskey,
all night.
whiskey. I love
Whiskey?
straight whiskey.
Austin,
That's so
do you
good.
really
I
want to
have
be
like
drunk
3 bottles of whiskey.
while
kinds?
DMing?
Jack Daniel's Tennessee.
Well,
Jack
I don't know.
Daniel's
The
Honey,
question
and
is, do
Fireball.
you guys want me drunk while DMing?
Yeah, because
Yes, absolutely.
I'm way more
No,
cool
I think,
factor.
I think 2 drinks you could DM.
Anything more than that, you'd be too fidgety.
3, you'd be on the verge and we might have to stop. No more.
We are gaming. We're gonna try and game on Saturday if you can make it.
Yeah.
No Saturday? It's the one day you can't. You can't
How
any
about
day.
tomorrow after I get off work at like 4?
Oh, I get off work at 4.
But like we could game,
I get off work at always.
So we could like game from like
So poor.
4:30 until like probably 10 or 11 because I have to open the next day.
Same.
Or on Thursday, we could game from like 3:30 or actually 4 because of Heidi until
Thursday we
like
can game if
11.
me and Evan don't go camping.
And
Sounds bueno.
Friday I work 1 to 9, and Saturday I have off, but I have my friend's wedding and I'm going out drinking with my sister.
Oh. Okay.
So.
If I ever went out drinking with my sister, I would kill myself.
It's gonna happen.
No, not with my sister. First off, she's like, no, drinking is a bad thing. I'm a baby.
Well,
Secondly, she's just the worst, most annoying person.
how old is she now, though?
Evan's
She's
sister
16,
will be a
I
woo
think,
girl,
15, 16? I don't know.
She will be a woo girl?
She will be a woo girl.
No,
Evan,
she's going to be too annoying.
my sister
Yeah.
is like an older tomboy, and picture me, and I know this is really difficult for you to picture, but picture me as even more of a stubborn bitch that always gets her way.
Oh, I thought you
That's
were
my
going to say
sister.
picture me even more feminine. I'm like, I don't know how that can.
Oh, actually picture me less feminine than you have
Oh,
my
okay,
sister.
okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Also not hard to do.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Nathan confirms. More bitchy, more stubborn.
I've only met her like once, and she didn't like me.
I know, she immediately hated Heidi. Like, I brought Heidi over, and she, like, saw her in passing. Was like, okay, bye, I'm going out. And then she's like, who's that bitch you brought over? And I was like, my girlfriend? And she was like, oh, I don't like her. And I'm just like, why? She's like, I don't know, I just don't. I was like, you
Disclaimer.
saw her for 5 seconds.
Disclaimer: I'm not dating Jonathan anymore. Just
Yeah, this was
Just
like
to throw that out
this
there.
was years ago.
Yeah.
A year ago.
in interest
Oh
of.
my god, it's only been a year? Fuck.
Dude, this last year is taking forever.
Right,
I
though?
feel like it's
been
been less
awful.
than a year, but
It's been an awful
in your or my defense, one of the two, my life's been way hectic. So
I know,
Time's gone
so
by
much
pretty
fucking
fast.
shit has happened this last year.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to this episode.
and
of
listening to us
Nerdcorner.
plan when we're gonna play Pathfinder in case you want to show
Yeah,
up.
just getting a slice
Yeah,
of
do
our
you need
life.
our address too? I can send you photographs.
Let's not.
Why would you giving them our address give them photographs?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
As
Yeah.
part of the new Stalkers Guild, you need pictures with contact
Guild?
information.
Guild. Yeah. That's how
Guild?
it's pronounced. How do you pronounce it?
Guild?
Dude,
Guild.
I just pounded
What?
like
No, it's
3
guild.
ounces of
What are you
alcohol.
saying?
Calm down.
Should I turn down?
Alright guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Nerd Corner. Please like and subscribe. If you comment down below, we really appreciate it.
We'll even comment back.
Tell us if you've seen Tusk and what you thought of it. And also, tell us,
share with Kevin Smith. Tell Kevin Smith
anybody in
we have a
the world
podcast
that actually listens to this podcast, just comment "I heart Jonathan" and I will show up at your house and suck your dick.
please.
So nobody's gonna comment that.
Also, Kevin
I'm just curious.
Except for Kevin Smith, please stop.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, please don't. Kevin Smith, no.
What if you have to suck Kevin Smith's
I would
dick?
suck Kevin
I
Smith's
would
dick.
not.
Really?
No.
Sweet and womanly, am I
God,
right?
I tried to find it.
That's so mean.
It's okay.
Let me rephrase that.
He's made that joke and I love it.
Let me rephrase that. If you are...
Wait. I want to say one last thing.
Follow Evan on Evan Sexy Dick at Twitter.
No. I want to say that Danny, you get to be our Chris from the Bugle podcast. As in, you're never on. You might throw in a word or two every once in a while, and everyone will just send you, "Fuck you, Danny."
Love you, Danny.
Bye, Danny.
Our listener.